What is going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm building a funnel and an offer to launch literally tomorrow. It's going to be a paid acquisition system for service businesses that are local. We run a service business. This is kind of a follow-up to the video I previously made. If you want to watch that of me mapping out this entire offer, it's the first link in the description. Watch that video before this one. Today, I'm going to be actually putting the real copy onto the landing page. I'm going to actually be mocking and creating the VSL. You won't see me record it, obviously, and deliver it, but I'm going to make it in front of you guys here on Miro, and then I'm going to also optimize the landing page. We've already finalized the offer internally. I'm not going to give all that sauce out to you yet because I don't want you to copy me, all right? So we're going to get right into it now, and then I'm going to go into wiring the back end as well. Getting literally everything done here live for you to see. So chill out for a little bit, put this in 2x speed, and watch me build this out here. You're going to get a lot of gems in here. If you're a growth operator, somebody that's trying to start a marketing agency, or somebody that's already in the game and trying to learn how funnels and systems like this work and what my workflow looks like to actually produce this stuff at scale and actually make it really good and actually convert in a fast, efficient amount of time. So we're going to get right into it. What we're first going to do is optimize the landing page. That's the first thing on the list today. I'm going to go into my Go High Level account. This is where we're running everything through. If you want to get started on Go High Level for a free trial, I got a link in the description. We've already built out the 3 steps of the funnel in the last video. So what I'm going to get into with ChatGPT, it is already super dialed in on the context and what we're trying to cook up with this offer. So I'm essentially going to have it help me optimize this copy here on this page. We're going to make it really, really straightforward and simple for now. And then obviously as we go through and start testing things and start seeing how things actually crack out, we're going to optimize it eventually. So this is what the funnel looks like right now. And I'm going to go into ChatGPT and we're going to optimize it here. Cool. So I'm just going to screenshot what this looks like here. Cool. I'm going to give it a little yap. You're not going to be able to see me talking to it, but all right, ChatGPT. So what I want you to do right now is help me build this step 1 of this landing page out. So right now I have on the top banner, we have the see if your area is taken. Kind of trying to add a scarcity metric in here, or we could just do an identifier here on the top banner as well. But I want to have some sort of scarcity factor in this top banner. And then I want to have the headline obviously optimized. I kind of like the structure, how he has it. He kind of frames around the AI centric kind of play, which we can do if we want to. And then I want to keep the step 1 here. I really like the wording. Watch this X minute video to see exactly what we do and how it makes you more money. And then click to see how it works. And we could probably add a couple bullet points, but I think we want to keep this very straightforward on this first page. And then the second step is going to be essentially the video that they can watch. So they're first opting in to see the video. What we are going to do with the pop-up. So if you have ChatGPT dialed on your offer, like you're going to be money, man. Like that's literally all you really need to do. Just have it optimized on your offer, train it on everything, know exactly what's going on. So we're going to get into step 1. The only job for step 1 here is to just earn the click to watch the video. We need to have enough intrigue, enough curiosity built up to where they click and watch the video and they opt in and get to see the video. Cool. So our top of funnel ads are going to be very curiosity based. So I'll kind of show you here how we want to make this look. So the top of funnel is very curiosity based. And I'll just show you here. We want to get them interested here with the ad. So we're just getting them curious, right, to click to the next step. Step 1, we want to get them interested, right? So we want to get them interested by like actually giving them enough copy that relates to them on this page to get them to go to the next step, which is step 2, to actually watch the video, right? So once they watch the video, they should be very interested, and then they should want to book a call, right? Which would lead to a book a call. And like ideally the call gets them convicted. And then the middle of funnel, which I'll show you here later in the funnel as well, which we might be building on this video, is basically the whole goal of the middle of funnel is to get them like super convicted to the point where they're basically ready to buy on the sales call. And they're pretty much, they know exactly what we're going to be doing for them and how we're going to help them. Cool. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Let's see what ChatGPT gave us. Cool. So we have a couple options for this kind of offer. So we can do territory scarcity, which I like. Qualification scarcity as well, or we could do limited capacity. So I like the idea of like now onboarding 1 home service business per market. So this is a good kind of way to frame scarcity. So now onboarding 1 home service business. So you do something like this. I'd probably do something like a now onboarding 1 home service business per market. Cool. And then now we got to optimize the headline here. Or I might even just do this for established home service businesses only. Just kind of make it a little less territory based for right now, just so it's less copy. So I'm going to start proofreading some of these headlines. What I'm doing is I'm not having ChatGPT like replace my thinking here. I'm essentially just having ChatGPT help me get ideas for a headline based on what this headline already is. Or basically the whole goal is to optimize the headline. So I'm going to kind of write a couple variations right now, and we're going to kind of see what we can do. This is the first variation that he just came up with. How local so I'd probably say see how local home service businesses are using paid ads to generate consistent jobs, consistent jobs. So like I would probably make this stronger. It's a good starting point. So that's one of them that we have from it. And then see how we build Facebook ad systems that help home services book more jobs. So we have a couple, I like to see how, because it's like, all right, you're going to the next step, right? Based on what we currently have, he's going with the same structure with the see how we use XYZ and XYZ to help contractors grow. So he's not as specific with how they grow. Cool. But he tells them the mechanism, right? So that's a good idea there. Cool. So see how we build paid Facebook ad systems that help home service businesses book more jobs. Yeah. And I would probably say without XYZ mechanism. Cool. So for the headline, let's kind of optimize here. So obviously see how local home service businesses are using paid ads to generate consistent jobs. So I like that. Just going off of this guy's funnel here, how he's structuring it, see how we use X mechanism and Y mechanism to help contractors grow for $297 a month. Cool. So he's kind of just like throwing the price up there. Obviously, we're not doing that because we're selling a lot higher of a ticket offer. Okay. So we're going to basically kind of frame it around, see how we use X mechanism, right? And we could maybe use even a simpler way to kind of structure it in a sense, because we kind of have two options. Like we can kind of frame it around like we're basically showing them how we do it. Like that's the whole goal of the VSL, like how we actually do it. Right, to convince them where it's like, okay, cool. Like I see the process now, like I want this for me. So yeah, we just got to kind of figure out how we want to frame this. I think there's definitely a better way to frame it. Obviously we don't want to keep the price in there, but he's throwing the price in there. So that way, like, I think in their mind, it's almost like, holy shit, like at $297 a month, how are they helping me grow for $297 a month? You know what I mean? He's very upfront about the price. We're not going to be that kind of guy because we're obviously selling a lot higher of a ticket offer. So let's kind of get some more variations here and really tap into this headline psychology and just get a better, I just think we need a more complete headline than this. I don't think we're going to do anything with the sub headline. We don't need that much text. We just do one headline. And then the sub headline is essentially just the step one. Watch this 6-minute video to see exactly how it makes you more money, right? See exactly what we do and how it helps you make more money. Perfect. I love that. Come on, why are we catching this? So yeah, I want to optimize the headline here. I think we can do a little better with what's going on with this headline right now. So like obviously he's like, see how we use X and Y mechanism to help ICP grow for $297 a month. Obviously we're not putting our price in there. We're not going to do the sub headline. The sub headline is basically step one, watch this video, right? Which I think is perfect. So yeah, here's how we use Facebook ads. I wouldn't say paid ads. Here's how we use Facebook ads to help XYZ grow. So I would say we explain Facebook ads for sure. That's the mechanism, and they will understand it more. See how we build predictable Facebook ads that consistently generate book jobs for home service businesses. See how we build Facebook ad systems that deliver 4 to 5x returns for home service businesses. See how we build predictable Facebook ad systems that help home service businesses make more money. See how we build predictable Facebook ad systems. And this is where we can go into our colors here. See how we build predictable Facebook ad systems that help home service businesses make more money. Cool. I like that. We're going to go with this headline for now. I think this is good. We want to kind of color code it. Obviously, that's relevant. I'm going to see how we build predictable Facebook ad systems that help home service businesses make more money. Step one, watch this 6-minute video to see exactly what we do and how it makes you more money. Cool. So we'll probably try to optimize this copy just a little bit. Like I still like this. Obviously, we don't know how long our video is going to be just yet. It's going to be a pretty quick VSL. That's the goal. Step one, watch this X-minute video, which we don't know yet how long it's going to be. We're going to make this at 12, so everything's looking good. All right. Step one, watch this X-minute video to see exactly how our Facebook ad system works and how it makes you more money. Cool. And then we have our CTA. Click to see how it works. Cool. And then for the button, right now I have the click to see how it works. So we're going to have it to where like they can click on the image itself and that'll be able to that'll take them to the pop-up. And then also the button underneath it. We're going to make the button like right underneath it as well. Cool. We could even have like a sub headline that says like our average return is, 3 to 5x within your first 30 days. As like a little sub headline right under the like VSL image and above the button. And then for the button, we have click to see how it works. I like it. I'm going to probably make the font bigger, more bold. And then I'm going to have the color of it be black so it looks a little clearer. And the icon, we want to make that black as well. Cool. Click to see how it works. Dope. Cool. So yeah, I think click to see how it works is good copy. That's what he was using. And then maybe we could have a little sub headline, like super chill, low key little punch in underneath the image itself. But the whole goal here is obviously just generate enough curiosity to get them to, click and watch the video. That's the whole goal here. Get them to click and watch the video. Get them to be curious enough to want to take the next step. It's the whole goal here with this first step of the process. Yep, I like that. I like adding a little subheadline. I think that makes sense. Just a little super subtle subheadline. We can make it smaller, like a 12. Right, and then we can move this up as well. Our average client sees a 3 to 5x return within the first 30 days. I like it. And it's pretty compact. We could probably drop this down just a tad. Cool. Yep, and then I think the play here is just make it one page, bro. We can have some sort of footer. I think for this, we want to drop this up. And for this, kind of push this down just a little bit. Cool thing about this is everything's above the fold. So they see this right when they click onto the page. Like this is literally exactly what they see. That's the whole goal. There's nothing else to scroll on. This is it. I think that's the play. You can maybe have some copyright stuff in here to stay compliant, but I think that's really all we do for step one. Cool. So I'm going to screenshot this. Obviously, we don't have the VSL made yet, but I think this is a good start. And we can obviously split test headlines. Like split testing is a whole nother game that we can get into. My goal here is my premise is like, okay, we're going to keep this page super minimal. We're not going to have anything else other than the click to see how it works. Like we're not giving them anything else to look at or any more information to see. The next page with the video on it can have a little bit more information underneath in like bullet points if needed, lightly informed. And this is where we could put more. The VSL is going to have proof in it, which is nice. So that's the whole goal as well. Like the VSL is going to do most of the selling. That's really all we want them to watch. But we can have some bullet points, I would say, underneath the VSL once they're on to step 2 with like the actual video on it. If that makes sense. Cool. So we're gonna make sure we lock that in there. I low-key like the residential service businesses make more money. Yep, the whole goal here is to make it super, super fucking curiosity driven, bro. And I think the mechanism is understood, right? Like they understand Facebook ads. They know what Facebook ads are. So it's like, the mechanism is very easy to understand. It's not like we're putting together this crazy mechanism that they don't even know what it is when you look at it, right? So like that's why I think this is really dialed, because it's just like Facebook ad systems, right? See how we build predictable Facebook ad systems for residential service businesses. Help residential service businesses consistently. No, we don't even got to add that. We're good. We're good, boys. Cool. I love it. Let's see if there's a way to pad this in a little bit. I'm just messing with some aesthetic stuff here. Yeah, just trying to make the padding a little nicer. Looks a little better. See how we build predictable Facebook ad systems for home service businesses. We could maybe make this a little bigger. Trying to see if we can get the home service. There we go. Love it. See exactly how this Facebook ad system works and how it makes you more money. That's the goal, right? I think that split's perfect. Yeah. Looks great. All right, that's where we're at. So now step 2, watch the X-minute video below. We use the same exact headline that we did in the last one. Same exact headline, because it's the same thing. We're gonna make this gold again. Yep, darker gold, cool. And then I think what I'm gonna do here is just duplicate this page so I can see. Yep, so we're gonna duplicate the page and I'm just gonna go to step 1 so that everything's formatted the exact same way. So you can kind of see how things are formatted. So this one, it's at -16 and then a 5x. So everything looks the exact same when they come onto this page. And then this is a size 23 font with a 10 space, 23 font with 10 padding on the inside. Cool. Dope. So this will be kind of the same thing, but really we're going to add a little bit more proof elements here, but really the VSL is going to have all the proof we need. Cool. Awesome. Here's what the current page looks like. So this is step 2. Now, obviously the whole goal here is like make everything formatted correctly the same way. The only thing I changed is the headline says watch the X-minute video below, right? We could maybe change that to be a scarcity headline, but I think that's okay. And then we have the step 1, watch the 6-minute video. You need to turn sound on. And then I'm going to have step 2, book a call below. We'll have a little scarcity element there. I think that'd be optimal. So yeah, and then we'll have the VSL and then we'll have the button to book a call, which will just take them to the direct calendar link. Essentially, what we could do is we could have the calendar embedded. Those are kind of just things we're gonna have to split test over time to see if they actually work and give us an ROI. But I think for now, just a simple book a call button would be good. Maybe have the button be a little more dialed in based on what what's it's like, oh, book a call for what, right? Like we want to book the call, but we want to have the book a call CTA mean like, okay, like there's a direct ROI here in me booking a call, right, as a contractor and a service business owner, right? So we're just going to kind of go into figuring out what we want to do here for this step 2 of the funnel with ChatGPT, figure out what the copy is going to look like on the landing page, and then we're just going to go right into the VSL. We kind of already did a lot of the heavy lifting in the last video, so realistically, this is going to be a pretty simple one. We're just going to kind of be showing you, exactly how we're doing this, how we're cooking this up. So relatively simple. Watch the X-Mate videos, see if this will work for your business. Yes. See if you can qualify. See if you qualify for this system. I like it. Then we're going to make this bold, make the color black. You can add an arrow. Never mind, we're not adding the arrow. See if you qualify for this system. And then this is going to add to our calendar here. See if you qualify for this system, call below. We only work with a limited number of established home service businesses. Yeah, I like that. Let's add a little subheadline here. We're going to keep this in italicized. I like that. Cool. We're going to want to make the button a little higher. See if you qualify for the system. Same thing here, depending on where the VSL lands. Cool. And then I think we can probably make this text a little bigger. Trying to see, I think this is a 10, this is a 10. I'm gonna say turn sound on. So the scarcity element we've added is we only work with a limited number of service businesses per market. Book a call below. Cool. I'm just gonna give ChatGPT what we got. It's already trained on best practices. It just makes it so much easier to cook stuff up, like know you're doing the right thing. Obviously, this isn't ChatGPT AI slop, by the way. This is like actually, dialed in stuff here. Cool. So we have the page optimized now. So the CTA that I chose to see if you qualify for this system. I don't know. I think that's solid. Or we could go with the strategy call framing. It doesn't really matter. Either or works. I don't know. I like the see if you qualify type of deal. So like maybe we should make the step 2 not just say book a call below. It should probably be like, could be more specific. Obviously, we have the scarcity. We have the scarcity element built into there with we only work with a limited number of businesses per market. So that's something to keep in mind there. So we already have the scarcity element. We just need to add in, probably just have the little book a call thing. Maybe just make the step 2 a little more specific. And then I say we probably have it's like some bullet points underneath this, a couple bullet points, and then another CTA at the bottom. Just some bullet points, just a little bit more information, anything too crazy. But if they're on this page, like, this information kind of reiterates, should give them enough curiosity and intrigue to watch the VSL, essentially. So yeah, so that's how we're structuring it, boy. Yeah, it does. Feels agency. We'll just do book a strategy call. I like that because, yeah, it is a little agency, salesy. We'll only work with a limited number of businesses per market. Perfect. And then we're going to just add underneath the strategy call section. We're just going to add little subheadline here real quick, which is just going to have on this call we'll cover. And then underneath that, we're going to have the bullet list. Bang. Icon color. Perfect. Dope. Then we can just probably copy this button and move it right here. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to throw in the final picture of what it looks like here. Bet. So this is what I've got here. I got another CTA right underneath, like on this call we will cover. I have another book a strategy call button. So yeah, we got that. And then all we're waiting on is the VSL. Obviously, we're going to be embedding it right there. So that's super dialed and simple. So yeah, that's basically it. I'd say this is optimized for our main page here. Let's take a review here and let's make sure we're looking good. Boom. And then we're just gonna review, make sure step 2 is good. This is, in my opinion, the simplest part of it all. I think the VSL is like the main selling point here, obviously. So we got to make sure we're dialed in when we get to that part here. So, yep. So we're going to add in the minute timestamp. So we could have a simple subheadline underneath here. I like it. I like how it's saying this call is purely to see if the system fits your business. And that's the beauty of it, is like a funnel. The page's job is to like get them to want to see the VSL. Like the whole goal here is just curiosity. Don't oversay what's going on. Don't oversay what you're trying to do here. Just make it super simple. Like that's the whole goal here. Make it super simple. And if we zoom in to the normal size, they would see this. So they'd see the video up front when they load in. And then we have on this call, we will cover. And then this call is purely to see if the system fits your business. So that's that. So what we'd have to do next is technically go into the step 3, but for now we're going to just jump right into the VSL because the step 3 is essentially only going to be determined when we get done with the VSL. Cool. Like it's like right now the step 3 is simple. It's like your call is booked. Please complete the following steps or your call will be canceled. Just to like add urgency to it. This is an extra step that I added in. It's kind of like a pre-call homework. Obviously we can make the copy better. And more optimized as well. But yeah, I mean, for right now, I think it's really simple. Optimize this so everything's aligned. Oh, we had it. Cool. Yeah, please complete the following steps or your call will be canceled. Step 1, step 2, just like that. Boom. And then we'll just add a couple videos. We'll have a pre-call video to warm them up. Super simple. Cool. So now we're going to get into mapping out the VSL. So my idea here is we're going to do this in Miro. Okay. So basically going to lay everything out in Miro, kind of show proof in Miro. So kind of the main goal here from like VSL best practices that I've seen, and I'm going to probably refresh myself a little bit. Based on this guy's VSL, he kind of just, I like the kind of straight up open approach, showing people what's good, kind of pulling out pain in the process as well, explaining like what you see in the market. We're basically just going to show everything that we've been running. So I could probably go into the ads manager, showcase my ad account and stuff, how we were running things, what our back end looked like, basically everything under the sun, right? So that's the whole goal with that. That's why we have a structured ad account, which is why it's working and why it looks good. So that is essentially what we're going to be putting into place here and optimizing at this moment in time. So yeah, I think I'm going to watch a video or two just about VSL best practices, and we're going to be able to map that out as we go through the process. So yeah, I might bring you guys along with me to watch these VSLs. I, for one, personally haven't like cooked a VSL in a long time. Well, it hasn't been too long of a time, but you know, every VSL is different. You always want to have as much information and insight as possible on the market. So yeah, we're going to get the kind of VSL micro idea. We want to make it around 6 to 10 minutes. It's not a pitch. Yeah, and then we show them what we do. So we do the market research, then we do the messaging and creative. We launch ads and we test the crap out of a bunch of different ad variations for your market. First thing we do is we see exactly what your market is doing. What are big competitors in your space doing on Facebook ads? How is the market responding to them? What are they doing bad that they could be doing better, etc. Get the message creative, the funnel and the tracking, and then we optimize and scale. Perfect. Cool. From what ChatGPT is telling me is we can get right into this going right now. So we can get right into it right now if we wanted to, which I think is a good idea. What I'm basically going to do is run this up in Miro. So we're just going to make a little white book here, VSL, and then we're going to have the screenshots, all that fun jazz, kind of get into the process of everything. And yeah, I mean, they don't really care about us at the end of the day. They care about the mechanism, right? So that's the main thing to kind of keep in mind here. So the first thing is the open. We want to immediately give them credibility and relevance into who we are, right? We run a home service business, scale them. So I'm going to watch this guy's VSL that I was previously watching. So we're going to watch it together actually, because I want to just kind of see how he did the VSL and stuff. Let me see if I can find the bookmarks for this. I think I bookmarked them mobilely. Don't they have like a mobile bookmarks thing on here or not? So I have them on here. Maybe I do. No. So Stone Systems call. Here we go. This is the video. So we're going to watch this together. Hopefully you guys can hear it. It's kind of what we're modeling off of. Cool. So he's kind of, the one thing I'm mainly noticing here is he's breaking down. Like he's just saying, dude, I'm cutting the bullshit. No fluff, no BS. I'm showing you literally exactly what we do. Like that is how I'm seeing him do things. So we're going to just make a little section on our notepad here. Just some notes. I'm going to take some notes with you guys here on what we're seeing and based on what this guy's doing, because we're going to kind of model what he's doing here. Obviously, he's showcasing his website first, so we won't be doing that. We'll be on Miro. So I'm going to make this video as fast and as short as I can. See, when you have a VSL you can already model off of, that's very huge. So he says, I'm going to take a client's account and show you exactly what we do. So this is where it's like, I'm going to take, I'm going to show you, and then he tells like the payoff. Like I'm going to show you how this can make you more money. And then he adds in a little line, because I know that's what we all care about. So he does the first 25 seconds of this video is literally like kind of pre-framing the VSL and what the video is actually about. So it's kind of the pre-fame. He says, I want to be respectful of your time. So he says, before we even get started, price $297. He says, I'm Ethan, founder of marketing. Then he goes right into the price, which we're not going to do. So he goes right into price. We are not doing that. So we can probably explain slight background. So like a quick background sentence. This is where you kind of go into the story. Like my brother and I, we started a home service business about a year ago, and started no reviews, no proof, no nothing. And we started with Facebook ads. Didn't even have a website. We just started with Facebook ads, and we were able to scale to $100,000 in revenue in 4 months with $10,000 in ad spend. Obviously, as you can see there, that's a 10x ROAS. Cool. So that's our main proof driver. This is where we're going to show proof on the, and then I would say slight background. So we're just going to show proof, right? Like, why are we qualified to do this? This guy doesn't explain anything on why he's qualified to do it, because he's selling a low ticket. Bang. Got you. Cool, cool. So he's literally just showing them everything, everything. So simple. Wow. Couple reviews. Got you. Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's all I really need to see. So we know what we want to do now. I'm just going to give a little brief to ChatGPT real quick. So I'm going to give it this. Hey, man, I want to be as straightforward as possible. I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to get an ROI from this. You know what I mean? All right, bro. So here is the VSL. I just went and watched the guy we're kind of modeling off of. His VSL is like 6 minutes. So basically, how he's kind of framing things here is at the beginning, he's kind of going like, hey, what's going on? It's Ethan, blah, blah, blah. Kind of showing some personality. And he's like, I'm going to make this as fast as I can and short as I can. And I'm just going to literally take a client's account and show you exactly what we do. I'm going to show you how this can make you more money, because I know that's what we all care about. I want to be respectful of your time, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to get right into it and show you what we do. I'm Ethan, the founder of HP Marketing. He goes into the price right away. He's like, straight up, this is the price. And he gives a slight background and shows, well, he doesn't give us, I'm going to give a slight background because I think that would be relevant for our situation. Like, give a slight background, show some proof. And then he kind of says up front too, he's like, we have 2 different packages, right? So first package is just ads. And then obviously the second package is more systems based. Cool. So kind of going into that. We're not going to say the price up front, obviously. So basically just going to kind of go into the problem. He has a little graphic that he kind of shows with like the problem contractors have, which I think we can definitely go into. The problem most contractors have, right? Or most small businesses have, obviously in our situation, right? And he uses an infographic of like how you're like leaking money in all these different areas. And then he shows like what a good bucket full looks like, right? So we could maybe do a comparison with just different ad systems. Like, things are different. Like, a lot of people think paid ads is unpredictable, but it's really not. Like, if you have a good system in place to run paid ads, it is one of the most profitable things you can do for your business, hands down. You know what I mean? So kind of going into that, and we can kind of just show real examples of how we create the ads for them. So the kind of thing we do up front is we test everything out. Then we would just go into how we fulfill for someone, right? Like, this is the source of truth we did for a permanent lighting company in our market. In their market, we went through what their competitors are doing, how they're funneling people in, what does their sales process look like with paid advertising specifically. And we went deeply into what customers are saying about those guys, what kind of reviews are they getting on those jobs, what is the state of the customer, what is the customer perspective on this market right now, right? What do they really want to know? What do they care about, right? And then kind of go into that first step. And then the second thing is we create dialed ads for your market. And these ads are going to be enhanced with AI to make you look like an authority in your market and the best option. So a couple of variations of these ads would be, and we can kind of frame it around like, what does a bad ad look like? What does a good ad look like? And we can kind of just show them the difference, which I think is important. And then go into like, okay, like we would do talking head ads with B-roll over the top. And then we also have like video ads showcasing the results with like B-roll over the top. And then we also can create AI-driven ads to enhance the creative potential. And then most of the time as well, for most customers, we have ourselves in the ads as kind of like a creative authority there for the green screen kind of voiceover ads. And the biggest thing about seeing success with ads is having the right offer at the right time for the market, right? And just, positioning yourself, giving them a reason to go to the next step, right? Turning them into someone that's aware, that wants to actually solve the problem that they have, right? So that's the step there. And then we implement a simple funnel, depending on your market, depending on what's working in your market, either Facebook lead form, or we built a simple funnel page that's kind of just a survey that goes into, that kind of takes them down a process to get them qualified. And then they would get an opt-in going straight to your CRM to opt in for them, so that they would get an opt-in message right away in their CRM. And then this is where the 2 packages come in. We can either just give you the ads, get you the leads, you close them yourself, all that fun jazz. What we really recommend everybody do, though, is set up a good nurture and follow-up system so that you can make the most out of every lead that comes in. Because quite frankly, not every lead is going to convert, but you can have a way higher probability of converting these leads long-term and actually enhancing the results and the profitability you're going to get from your ads if you have a good nurture and follow-up process built into this, right? And boom, that's basically the offer. And then we're going to be tracking everything for you so you can see a clear ROI on what everything looks like. And it's as simple as you just get more phone calls, get more people to talk to, and closing more jobs. I hope ChatGPT catches that, because we just went into it. We went deep into it, because that's basically the process we're going into. Catch it, come on. Yes, cool. So yeah, I just kind of gave it the context on how we're going to go into things. Dope. Yep, so we're gonna do the Miro frames and then bullet points here. So cool. We're gonna start with what's going on. It is Ethan. So I'm gonna start primarily. So I'm gonna go get a screenshot of our ads manager here because we have results that we can show. Okay, $5.08 per lead. We're running an ad right now. It's cooking. It's cooking for us right now. So I'm just gonna show maximum because I want to show the leads that were cooking for us. Cool. So we're going to add this right into our Miro because this is what we're going to start on. Essentially very proof driven, showing them real Facebook ads. Some of these are just tests, so I'm going to blur some of these out here. This is the biggest it gets. So what I'm actually going to do is just add this little white ting. I'm just going to cover it up a little bit, so we don't necessarily need to show all these. Same thing here. Cool. Alrighty. Looks good. So this is where we'll kind of start. Like, cool. This is what we've been able to see. Yeah, and then I'll be able to be in presentation mode. So looks a lot cleaner. Cool beans. So we'll start there. Kind of just show them some results. We'll give them the little green highlight here. 108 leads, $11 spent this much. Revenue we got from that in jobs was really high. $12 a lead, $200. We got 49 leads. 49 leads here at $12 a lead for a total of $500 in ad spend. Like, we were ripping, bro. We were ripping. So this is why we're putting all this proof out here. We were absolutely printing. This was a higher ticket offer with the garage floors we were doing as well. What I'm going to do here real quick is just erase that so we can make this cleaner all around. Cool. Dollars. Cool. Dope. So we can kind of show them, like, this was insane ad spend right here. This is peak season. We had this going on June. So this is a peak season ad right here. This is where we're going to start. It's like, all right, man, here's what we can show you. Why this video exists. I'm the founder of HB Marketing. So yeah, I'm going to add in a little media piece here, which I think we have somewhere here. I thought I pinned it to like actually add a upload an image. I know there's a bunch of random stuff here. Let's see, where's the image upload here? I don't understand why it's not on here though. What the heck, boys? Did I not just pin this? Oh. All right, so I'm gonna upload just a picture of our logo here real quick. Cool. So just to give you some context, I'm Ethan. I am the founder of Helverson. Cool. And I'll say we spent, just have a little arrow coming from here. It's way, way, way bigger. Maybe not. This is where I'm going to get into my pendulum, my pen work here, boys. So yeah, we're basically just making a simple container for this VSL. Let's make things super easy for us here. And yeah, super simple. Make this extra big so it fits. HB Marketing. Is that auto? Yep. And we spent over $10,000 on ads, $10,000 in ads, $10,000 in ad spend, and we turn that into big time money real fast. Marketing, $10,000 in ad spend. We turn that into this amount right here. We turn that into $100,000 in revenue in 4 months. $10,000 in ad spend into $100,000 in revenue in 4 months. I'm gonna keep it just the text so everything stays clean here. Next, return on investment. Boom. We're starting the beginning of it here. Should be marketing. Took, $100,000 in ad spend. I'm gonna lock this quick so everything stays dialed. So you just move everything. Oh, I guess I can't. I'm gonna have to select all this stuff so nothing moves. Cool. So we'll probably put it right here. Lock that in. Cool. Should be marketing. We took $10,000 in ad spend into $100,000 in revenue in 4 months with a 10x ROAS for our own company. Cool. Dope. Proof. We did that. Leads. So I can probably do this right and go high level. I believe I still have a lot of proof-based screenshots on my phone, which I can look at here. All right. I think what we got is good for now. We got a couple proof images I can throw in here just to kind of show a little more proof. It's kind of the goal. Obviously, it's more just like lead proof, and then we can show obviously funnel proof, things of that nature as well. So let's get into the frame 5 here. So frame 4, I've kind of got the images already from our ad account in there and stuff. So like our cost per lead and all that jazz in there. So that's cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into our CRM and just show them exactly what, I guess kind of like what our automations have looked like for our follow-ups and our nurtures. Yeah, it's like a follow-up sequence. Show them that. Say, yo, this looks messy, but this follows up with them, gives them more value. This is like what kind of infrastructure you need though. You know what I mean? Like this is the type of infrastructure you need as a service business. Cool. So yeah, basically what I want you to do here now, my bad, I got a little sidetracked. Let's figure out a better way to make a visual here. Like I like the bad system. So it's kind of like, you can kind of put them in two boats. Like you're one of two people. You've either never tried ads before or you have tried running ads before, but you never saw the result that you were looking for. Cool. Now, first of all, I'll just tell you why ads are so important. So that's the first frame we should go into. So we should make a visual for why ads are so important. I think it's just speed and predictability. You don't have predictability when you're relying on word of mouth. You technically don't have predictability when you're relying on SEO. The only thing that is actually predictable is paid advertising, specifically Facebook ads. Cool. So we can show that visual, right? Without Facebook ads, you're leaking, right? With Facebook ads and a good system behind them, you're dialed. And then we can also show, okay, now what is the difference between a good Facebook ad system and a bad one? Cool. And then show the reason why Facebook ads perform, right? Because a lot of these agencies, they'll do ads for you, but they won't even research your market. They won't even understand it. They'll just copy exactly what your competitors are doing. And that's not what we want to do. We want to make the ads better. We want to make them convert. There's a difference between setting up ads and letting them run and wasting money, right? We don't want you to waste money. That's why we're here. Cool. So just help me kind of figure out 2 frames for graphic images for this section, and then I'll put them in the Nano Banana. We can get some graphics for them. That's the goal. We're gonna get a little graphic. Yeah, this is why paid ads are important and why they make you money. I recommend anybody that is making VSLs, make them in Miro, and then just kind of add the graphics in there as you go. Like, you could do a complete like slideshow where you just script it out, script by script, but I don't think that's optimal for what we're trying to do here. So we're just going to copy these up here to make a concept. Leaky bucket versus engine. Cool. So I'm going to go into Google AI Studio. This is a great area to make prompts. So I'm going to say, please create a simple graphic that is white background and is representing the following. Boom. This is literally all I got to do. And then it's going to be able to make me an infographic here, which we'll literally just do to kind of just visually showcase them what is and what isn't. That's the whole goal here at this point in time. So we're going to do that. Let it think through it and get this dialed in for us here. Bad ad system, Facebook ads, random leads, missed calls, no follow-up, manual text, ghosting, wasted ad spend, money leaking everywhere. Predictable ad system, Facebook ads, clear message, qualify leads, automated follow-up, book jobs, predictable growth. Dude, they don't miss. I don't think I've ever had a situation where Nano Banana didn't give me some sauce. Like all these images are just fucking banger. Like they're always good. Like that's the goal here. Visual concept number 1, how most contractors get customers versus predictable growth. Yep. And we're going to literally have it do the exact same thing here. Same thing. I'm going to say, please create a simple graphic that is a white background and is representing the following. In the same prompt, look at this. If you need to get assets for a VSL, this is the way to go. If you're trying to make a presentation VSL, if you're trying to get anything visually, which we are visual, I would rather have you have a visual representation on here than a like word for word VSL script. It's way more engaging for a customer, you know? Right? How most contractors get customers versus predictable growth. These are uncontrolled, but this is controlled. This is predictable. That's what we're trying to represent here. And that's exactly what this infographic does. That's perfect. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add this in here. We're going to make this out a little more because this is the first one we want to show. Oh, this one's already white. Cool. And I think we could crop this out just a little bit. Get rid of these. Get rid of the borders just to make everything look visually appealing. Perfect. Looks great. Bang. And we got the 2 visuals on there. Awesome. Cool. So we have our start, and then we just have to go into the step-by-steps, like what we actually do and how do paid ads actually dial in and work well. Cool. So I'm going to go into ChatGPT here. You guys can actually see me communicating with it this time. Cool. So screenshot of your Go High Level automations. So this is where we'll go into the GHL page. So I'm just going to copy this, put this directly in to Miro. Cool. So we're going to go back into ChatGPT now, and we are going to get everything dialed in here from this perspective. Awesome. We got the prompt text. Cool. And then we get into the offer after this, I believe. So if I go into the frames. So yeah, this is basically going into the real problem. And then frame 6, what we actually do. Cool. So I'm going to have it. I want to do an infographic for this as well. We could maybe just do this right in Miro if we wanted. Cool. So we're going to break into stage or frame number 6. So it's like what we actually do. So technically we have 2 packages. One of them is just ads, and then one of them is follow-up as well, which like follow-up is kind of where things get into. Obviously we can get, that's what frame 7 is, the 2 options. So we could probably just go into what we do first, and we can go into the 2 options, right? And then from there, we basically just end it off, right? Just pretty much that's it, right? Give them the promises. So for this section, I'm thinking, do we want to just like have this written out in Miro, or could we make like a actual, kind of like graphic, just like we did with the previous section, to make it a little easier for them to see and understand? What I kind of want to do is like actually show them examples of ads in a sense, because I think that would be important. I mean, we don't necessarily have to, I guess, but we could show them. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think, and then we can kind of get into it. I want to get this section done, and then once we get this section done, all we have to really do, go into the 2 options, and then like who this is for and why this is actually like why this is important, kind of explaining it as we go. I want to keep it pretty natural and organic, and then our guarantee, like what we want to see and how it works. So yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, once this is recorded, we're pretty much set up and ready to rock. The whole goal here is to like essentially create this from the mechanism side. So we're going to send it. I don't know why the ChatGPT likes to glitch when I'm in a browser. Well, there we go. It's going now. What I'm doing with this is I'm recording this video with my MacBook camera because I need to have my MacBook plugged in. I need to just get an extension so this works better. But what I'm going to do for the VSL when I record it, which I'm going to do after this video is going to end once we're done cooking up the VSL outline. Basically, I'm just going to have my phone as the camera. So this isn't 720p. This is like 4K, 1080p. It's going to be way higher quality. So the VSL looks good, even though it's very minimal. Like I'm not trying super hard. We're still, things look good. So that's the goal. So we're just waiting on ChatGPT now. So basically what you've seen so far is basically me creating the funnel, kind of finalizing it. And then right now I'm in the process of actively getting the VSL put together from a hard perspective. And then after we get the VSL outlined, the next step would be recording it. And then the step after that would be basically be making the post-call homework page. And then after that, we would just be getting into back-end sales processes for emails and nurtures before the call. And then what I'm doing here, which I would recommend a lot of people do, is you create a YouTube channel dedicated for this offer, dedicated for this service, talking to this exact ICP, literally making content only about this type of stuff, this ads and everything like this. So you can attract the right audience there, and then they have middle of funnel content to watch before the sales call, so that they can really get warmed up and trusting you with content. Because I believe content is proof at the end of the day. Like if you don't have crazy social proof, you don't have any video testimonials yet, make content. Your content is a proof asset. Your content is a social proof asset. So just remember that if, hey, I don't have any proof that I actually know what I'm doing, make content, bro. Spend a couple weeks learning from people, executing in a specific way, and start making content with what you've learned and articulate it well and effectively, like in a Miro format like this, and make a dedicated YouTube channel for your offer and your ICP. And then you get a couple videos on there. It doesn't even have to be crazy. A couple videos on there, maybe a tutorial of showing exactly what you would do when someone would work with you. People can come there before the call. You can have your funnel literally direct them there, have your emails mention these YouTube videos before their call so that they can watch them and they can be basically ready to buy on the call, right? So that's the whole goal. So that's the goal here. And yeah, we'll see if ChatGPT is done. It is. So don't be afraid if you don't have proof. Content is the proof. Ad creation. Cool. Yeah. So we can show a brief example. What I think I'm going to do, and this is sneaky. This is really sneaky. I'm going to go snag this guy's proof that he already has on his page. We're going to snag this guy. So his name's, I think I have his notifications on. So he's probably posted recently here. Here we go. This is the guy. Videos. Yeah. So what I want to do here, basically what I'm doing, as you can see, on this tab, I am showing real examples of the kinds of ads that work really well, that we run, and the different types of mechanisms we can use to funnel customers in. So I want to show them real examples of ads. So we build nurture systems as well. That's kind of going into the main offer. There's no two offers here. if you want paid ads to work, we got to build you a whole system that goes with it. I throw that in there as well, just to show some examples of how this guy is nurturing. So I'm just kind of looking at, he shows examples of like bad ads versus good ads. Like these are bad. These are bad. Cool. Good ads versus bad ads. These ads work as well. Dope. So I got everything I needed here, which is cool. So we're looking good. We just got some examples of like good ads, bad ads, basically everything we wanted to get. So now we have some proof there, and then we'll go back into ChatGPT here. Yep. Add creative, funnel, tracking. Cool. So what I'm going to do here, I'm literally going to go into Google AI Studio. Since I don't have a good MVP of a tracker, I'm going to go into build, and I'm going to say, build me a dashboard tracker for Facebook ads, specifically tracking all ad metrics. Make it a simple dashboard that is unbranded and just a clean, white, modern dashboard with everything dialed in and fake numbers on there, CPL, CAC, etc., and with simple meanings as well underneath. Boom. So we're just gonna have this thing build a little MVP, and then I'll be able to go in here and basically showcase this on the Miro as well. So on the VSL, like, hey, like we set up a tracking system for you. We set up nurture systems and do a really good job of having kind of the first step initially automated when they do opt in. And then you'll get an internal notification right to your CRM, right to your phone about the lead. And then you'll be able to call them from there, kind of thing like that. So that's pretty much the name of the game right there. So we're going to get right into it. Let's see how long it took. Cool. Nice. Looks great. Awesome. So yeah, we got it then. Is there a way that I can see this in full screen? Yep. Boom. So then we're going to make sure we share this as well. And we're going to share this as well. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to also share. I'm going to go into Go High Level, kind of share what our initial sequence looks like when someone opts in. And how things look when they opt in. Yep. Awesome. So we'll be able to show that, and then we'll be able to show some of the systems that come into this current CRM as well, if things work that way. So that's cool. Awesome. Let's get back into this spot here. We're almost done with the VSL, which is a great sign. We're 2 hours into this video. I hope you're getting some value here. I'm going to tell it real quick as well. We don't do two, we do one package. Cool. So based on what I'm seeing here, I think it's really important that we also set up like systems as well for them on the back end, because essentially where we're at is like we want to see them see success. So like we should only have one offer, which is like we build the nurture systems as well for you. So I think we could keep it at 4K and then build the nurture system, not necessarily a nurture system, but we have to have like the initial kind of like, okay, new lead opt-in, initial messaging they get, and then they're going to get an internal notification to their phone that a new lead is in. And then we're going to also have just make it super simple there. So yeah, I think that's, and we don't have to, no, we can keep 2 offers. It's like, yo, if you have the sales process dialed in, we don't got to do it. Tracking, right? So then here we go. This is how we work. Visual, how we build predictable ad systems, step by step. I think we'll do left to right for this, right? This is how we go here. 700, how we build predictable ad systems, step by step, bang. And then we can just get into our goodies, right? Let me just get into ChatGPT to make things look easier here. Got so many tabs open. All right, market source of truth. So we figure out exactly what's good in the market. This is the first thing we do. Market source of truth. There's first thing we do, man. First thing we do is the market source of truth. It's the first thing we do. We can make this a 500 size here, and we can just throw this here. So we do the market source of truth, and then we can literally do a doc. I think I have in Drive. We don't even have to show them the source of truth thing. Cool. And then move this out. Yup. And then the next step is ad creation. And this is where we throw our examples. All right, like these are bad. Like these suck. So we can kind of throw like these are trash, booty cheeks buns. These are buns. We don't like these. These suck. These are good. These So good. And then we get to show them the funnel and tracking. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And then we have like the funnel, obviously, like we want to make sure they're qualified buyers, right? So we can put the 2 forms up here, like this. This we could probably crop to make it just like more of a phone type of thing. Yeah, best roof guaranteed. Show, don't tell. We can show like the nurture qualification and then follow-ups as well. Okay, why the fudge? And then qualification. Actually, we're not even doing follow-up. That's an upsell, bro. If you want us to follow up with your leads, that's an upsell. And then last but not least is tracking. And I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. Reload the app, screenshot it. Yeah, I like that better because then we can just put the screenshots right in here. Makes it way easier so I don't have to leave Miro. So we can kind of show them what that would look like. So this is what this would look like. This, cool. And then we'd be able to track your ROAS, your CPA, your CTR, cost per lead, everything. Have performance trends, so you get tracking built in. Boom, awesome. Probably do here as well. Just move this frame out of the way real quick. I'm just thinking we probably just copy this up here, move it down slightly, spread this out slightly. Perfect. Make it taller as well, just slightly taller. Just doing the anal stuff, just some spacing stuff here. How do we do that? How do we build this? It's exactly what we do. Track them. So simple, bro. Stupid simple offer. Just run paid ads for businesses. Stupid simple. All right, I bet. And then once we're done with that, we're going to basically be turning corner here and show a few. Yeah. Yes, sir. We'll show a couple. All right. I have completed that process here. We have the exact step-by-step on how we do things. Now, do we just get into the package or what? So frame 7. So let's go to the last frames. These are the ending frames here. This is how we turn corner and we're done with the VSL. Cool. We're probably at about 6 minutes of runtime at this point in time. So we're basically right around the money mark. So right here, we kind of speed it up, let them know what's good. And yeah, go through there. And then we can kind of mention, I don't know if we want to mention go high level. Cause like if they want us to do nurture and stuff for them, that's like a whole different package. Like the paid ad system up front is like, okay, we're going to just bolt onto your CRM essentially is what we're going to be doing, what you're currently using. And then, you know, if your CRM has things that are built in that allow you to, you know, build out a good follow-up sequence and nurture structure, that's cool, right? But obviously we would recommend we want someone to have a solid follow-up and sales process. As long as they do have a solid follow-up and sales process, we obviously, you know, show them that. And then I want to have in here as well, like showing them, have the automation linked in here. And then I have like notifications, like, hey, you're going to be getting notifications on these leads with information about them. They're going to get an automated message from you first, etc. Whatever CRM you're using, we can connect this to a current CRM if you are using it, but Go High Level is one of the best CRMs that we use. And it's what we recommend for all of our clients. So we can be really synchronized with what's going on. So obviously, kind of pre-framing like, yo, if you want us to set up nurture and like back-end sequences to squeeze every single dollar out of these leads as possible, this is our second package. It's a little more high ticket, but it's going to literally almost guarantee that you don't lose money on ads. Like you're going to squeeze as many dollars out of this pipeline as humanly possible. That's essentially the goal with the second package, the higher tier package. That's the goal there. Cool. So I'm just going to give ChatGPT this last little frame here. I'm going to get you guys insight into what's happening on this side of the fence. So yeah, we'll see how fast it responds. Normally it takes a minute. So yeah, this is essentially how we're laying out the VSL right now. It's not scripted. We're going to basically kind of raw dog it, go through here, a lot of proof up front, kind of pulling out pain here. And then we're going to showcase the workflows so we can show them an example. I'm going to add this in here. I want to show you an example of what it looks like to get notifications on your phone. Bang. Cool. Yeah, so this is us basically just cooking the VSL. This is something that a lot of people, man, they don't know. So good way to do this, show proof up front, set expectations of what this video is going to include, kind of pull out the pain a little bit, showcase what life looks like on the other side, kind of tease the complexity with the go high level structure. And then we go, okay, how did we build these systems? So the first thing we do is we create a market source of truth. This is basically deep diving into what your competitors are doing, all that fun jazz. Basically just getting as tapped in as possible. This a little bit better formatted so we can keep things a buck, keep things spaced out a little nicer here. Right, so we're gonna go in, okay, here's how we build predictable ad systems. First we do a market source of truth. So we figure out what your competitors are doing, how they're running their ads right now, what's working in your market. And we take clients that we already have, model what's working for them, and basically create a giant document of source of truth on what your market looks like right now, what prospects are craving, right? What does the market want to see, and what are your competitors doing in result of that, and are they seeing success? And then we create ads. So we do a couple different types. These are the terrible types, just the image ads. They don't perform well. They don't attract high quality leads and high quality buyers. Video ads are a lot better. So we don't do anything like this. We create B-roll and authority positioned ads. And then we also use AI to enhance creatives and also create realistic AI avatars to voice over these videos as well, to obviously make authority be a lot more clear for them. And I can showcase what this looks like, obviously. So these are good ad examples right here, right? And then I go into the funnel. So we have two options. We use lead form or a simple page. So for the simple page, if you're running a more high ticket offer, this is how we'd want to do it. So you can get more high quality leads. It'd be a simple kind of survey form type like this. And then if you want just more consistent leads, quality, and you have like a deeper qualification process, we would run Facebook native forms. So it really depends. Most roofers, higher ticket jobs, they run more complex funnels like this. But if your cost for your average deal size is like, under $5,000, this is probably where you want to be, is the Facebook form. And then we also do a good job of qualifying them a little bit, obviously with the messages in the CRM. So these kind of initial messages come through for them. And then we showcase them the tracking system that comes with this. Cool. This is I literally just vibe coded this in 2 seconds, but this is going to be a part of our offer as well. So we just haven't laid it out yet. So now the last thing we have to do is kind of just wrap up, go into our 2 different packages, and then kind of pre-frame the call. And we are ready to go. So let's see what ChatGPT gave us here. Cool. Frame 7. Okay. Now here's the important part. Some businesses already have a solid sales process and follow-ups in place. Others don't. And that's where most of the money actually gets lost. So we built this 2 ways. Package 1, paid ad system, market research and messaging, ad creation and testing, funnel setup, form or page, CRM integration, tracking, and reporting. Cool. So I can kind of do it like this. I would just kind of say our 2 packages. So we don't want to sell too much. We just kind of want to pre-frame like, okay, here are our 2 packages for your reference. Cool. And then we're just going to basically branch this out into here. Here's our package. Wow. We don't want it to be that big. We want it to be like 500. So we have our paid ad system, right? This is our first package, which we could kind of probably do something like this. And we could do something like this. Same thing happens there where it kind of just pops out. We add our John, kind of 2 packages. So this would be package 1, option 1, paid ad system. And maybe this isn't the clean way to frame this here. Sorry, you guys can't see it. Let me just redo this here. We're gonna make this simple. I'm gonna literally make this just 2 cards, like simple stuff here. We're gonna want to make this around 500 size, and we're gonna throw in here. Option 1 is our paid ad system, just our paid ad system, nothing else more complex than that. And then we copy here. And then you get the paid ad system, you get the market research and messaging. Cool. So that's our option 1. Option 2, ads and follow-up system, so leads don't slip through the cracks. Cool. We have our 2 packages here. And then last but not least, I believe the rest of this is just kind of closing out. Nice. Frame 10, guarantee. So our goal, we want to make your investment back as fast as possible. All right, we want to make your investment back as fast as possible. And let's see what else we got here. And who this is for. I don't think we even need to do this because we've already kind of established that. If what you're seeing makes sense and you like this, book a strategy call below. Boom. And then this is where we just throw a little button in here, a makeshift button that says book a strategy call below. You can throw this up to like 700 size. We want this to be big. Bigger than that, boys. Bigger than that. We want this to be like a 900, 1,000. Oh, they don't even let you do 1,000. We got to do a 999. It's the max. Book a strategy call below. And you'll be talking with me directly on how we can do this and implement the same system for your business. Cool beans. And that's it. So there is our VSL. A lot of proof, really simple. Kind of show them our 2 packages, kind of pre-frame that. I mean, it's not necessarily too necessary, but might as well. I mean, it's not really going too deep into it, right? So like basically the 2 differences here is in the second package, this is a really a better way to squeeze every dollar you possibly can out of your pipeline. Every lead that comes in will not get left behind. Option one is just paid ads. So it's like we're kind of giving you more of the responsibility to follow up, but a lot of our clients go with option two, and they want the follow up included in nurture sequences just in case some customers just aren't ready to buy right now. Right. All right. So that is the entire VSL cooked up. We got it done. This is the main goal of the session. Let's get back to our little whiteboard here that we had, wherever that went. Here, this is where our whiteboard was. So we optimized the landing page. I would considerably say that we did optimize the landing page, and we technically did do the VSL, because I'm just going to record this after this, so you guys won't be able to see that. The next step is going to be wiring the back end here. I'm going to probably just make that a separate video, to be honest with you, just because that's a whole nother game. The back end sales process is a lot different than the front end sales process. So this is basically the entire front end sales process. We got the front end done for you guys to see live. The front end. I can't draw with my computer mouse, but we got the entire front end system done here. This is exactly what it looks like. So you saw me optimize the landing page and get the VSL completely laid out. This is the heavy lift of it, right? The VSL is the heaviest lift. It's the most important asset. So you really want to take your time on this. I'm going to probably go through it, proofread it even more, try to run through it to make sure it's optimal to what we want to have it be. But it lays out our offer perfectly and exactly what we do. So I think this is a great way to kind of run it for right now. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have the whole back-end sales process and how we're going to be running this up here in a later video on my channel. So I hope you found this valuable. Make sure you subscribe, hammer that like button, and we will see you guys in the next one.